Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Ninja Warrior podcast. And after a little bit of a lengthy break, we are back to covering Ninja Warrior, on with the specials for AW13.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit. We wrapped up AW Junior in the last episode, and we took a little bit of a break, and we decided to cancel the Stage 5 Ninja Awards. And it's sucky that we had to, but it was either we do the Ninja Awards or we take our break, and I think we made the right call on that.
Yeah, I mean, we made a lot of build up to it for nothing to happen. I get that, but it's honestly, we took too long anyway. Yeah, I think we're gonna start doing. I think we gotta be a little more efficient on how we want to handle this next time around. So I think we'll see what happens, but I feel like we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna take our time on it more and make it do like more time. There's more chances to where it's gonna be 2 episodes in one batches when we get back to AW Junior, if there was a season 4.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense, because it really didn't take us all to cover certain episodes, so I think if it doesn't take too long, we should probably do 2 in 1 more often. Because doing 2 in 1, it just felt more right to finish it off like that, so we just should do 2 in episode.
Yes. Yeah, but anyway, today we are going to be covering one of the 2 specials for AW14, that being the Women's Championship for 2021. And man, was this something.
Yeah, it was, okay, considering what we've been expecting from Ninja Warrior, pretty alright. But honestly, I feel like there's only a couple of moments here that really made me hype for this one.
Yeah, you can tell they're just phoning it in, but I think this one's pretty alright, especially because it's only the All-Star special as well. Yeah, it's definitely better, but I think we should get right into it, starting with the obstacles.
Yeah, so starting off with the sliding steps, then we had the lunatic ledges, which I'm getting sick of at this point.
Yeah, AW Junior definitely isn't helping things with that obstacle, honestly.
Yeah, I know, but they're not going to remove it. It's a pretty deadly obstacle. They're going to keep it, unfortunately. Then we have the barrel wall, which I was not expecting to be here, but it's nice return. Then we have the diamond dash, the fucking wall, Waltiverse? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I don't actually know what it was called.
Yeah, honestly, off the top of my head. And then we have the usual warp wall, obviously.
Yeah, so, honestly, pretty alright course. You could tell this was just the semifinals course, because this is more like night 4 of the semifinals, because they don't have drop zone, which I'm pretty glad of that.
Yeah, no, drop zone was a pretty bad obstacle in general, so not having it here was pretty good, but I think honestly, it would have been nice to see some kind of differentiate instead of just feeling like the same old thing, because it didn't really feel like anything new was happening here. It felt like retreading old ground, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so, anyway, I think we should really get into the ones for this episode. We'll start off with Michelle Wilkie.
Yep, what's up? One of the old school veterans who falls on the third obstacle in a pretty rough way, honestly.
Yeah, Michelle. On the third obstacle, the barrel wall, her hands popped off before she could make, a little too early, and she slammed her back right into the pad, and they really made a big deal out of this.
Yeah, she ended up being fine, but they kept on bringing this up afterwards, and it just got kind of annoying.
Yeah, it was just like they would say when the competitors on the barrel, they would just say and make sure they'll peel off, just like Michelle Wilkie a few minutes ago.
Yeah, they would just keep on saying that over and over again. They wouldn't shut up about it.
No. Oh, and they did that with the next competitor, Megan Woe, when she happened to the obstacle. And speaking of Megan Woe, yeah, she did pretty alright. She did pretty well.
Yeah, Megan Woe, the Axe Throwing Ninja, she had a pretty alright one. Nothing really too spectacular, but she was able to be the first finisher.
Yep. And wish I had more to say about it, though.
Yeah, it's very simple, but there are a few good things that we can probably spice up in this one for sure.
Yeah, but anyway, after Megan Woe, we had
Barclay Stockett.
Yep, this one was pretty shitty because Casey Council decided to spotlight it.
Way to put it down, but yes, Casey Council wins this.
Yeah, we haven't really covered we haven't covered a season where Casey was in. She had retired by the time we started covering. But I will tell you, full straight up right now, I hated Casey when she was competing. Like, mostly because of the spotlight they gave her way too much. Yeah, I think, like, when he did too much was during, I think, like, part 2 of stage 1 during season 9 was the last ever one. And the entire episode was just constant build-up to her one for the only fail on the Double Dipper.
Yeah, like, seriously, no one cares that fucking much. Especially since she hasn't done shit since she made history. Like, seriously.
Yeah, one person, I don't remember if this was, one person pointed out that, Casey, completed probably the easiest of all season 6's courses, and I can definitely agree with that. Some of the, aside from maybe the, tilting, whatever the 8th obstacle was, like the tilting flames, I think it was called. Like, whatever that obstacle was, aside from that obstacle where Weech, that wasn't really helping her, it was kind of easy.
Yeah, and it just felt, but it just felt phoned in. Every single time they mentioned, I'm just like, shut up!
Yeah, so them to bring her back here was very much divisive. In addition to that, at the end of Barclays 1, they have a chat with her, and she was like, "You think you're ready for a comeback?" And she's like, "We'll see." And I'm just like, "Please don't."
Yeah, as far as I know, Casey's still doing the WWE thing, so I really, honestly, like, I know you guys may want to see her again, but I personally just really hope that she stays off Ninja.
Yeah, I feel like this might be pushing it for getting her back on the show by paying her to go on video chat with Barclay, but honestly, I don't personally want her to come back, but again, it's her own decision. It's not like I'm gonna stop her, just as long as the show doesn't hype her up, but considering what they love doing, I know they're gonna.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. But anyway, moving on. On Barclay herself had a pretty standard one, and she made it all the way to the 5th obstacle, all before she fell on the final jump.
Yeah, she just ended up missing with her little hands, and that was that. I was like honestly expecting her to quit the course.
Yeah, she looked pretty strong. Unfortunately, she was not able to move on either, so yeah, it was kind of sad.
Yeah, but still good to see Barclay return on form. I hope next season, if she is competing, that she's able to come back stronger than ever. Because this season, you can tell she was still recovering from she was still recovering from her mother's death, which was the main part of the story.
Yeah, because this was filmed around the same time that the semifinals ended, because it was in the same location in LA, so yeah. It wouldn't be all that long after a qualifying one.
Yeah, but anyway, moving on. After that, we had Janique Levette, who having one of her first shown ones in a little while. She got a segment about her wanting to conquer the warp wall for the first time, which is something she's been doing since season 9, her rookie year, and she finally did it.
Yeah, they spent the time building her up, and then she ended up quitting. And it was just one of those moments that took too long to come, but it's good to see.
Yeah, for sure. I personally am glad that she was finally able to complete. I wish she was able to move on to round 2 as well, so it was good to see her there.
Yeah, she was actually like a legit competitor for the title going into the semifinals going into round 2.
Yeah, like even after her one, she did really well, but I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Oh yeah. Anyway, after that we had a Joey DeWillio in a fast forward segment.
Yep, and this was probably the most disappointing and shocking one of the episode. Oh yeah, for sure, because we had Joey DeWillio fall on the striding steps.
Yep, definitely disappointing, and luckily she was the only one to fail there, but I think, especially for Joey DeWillio, it was definitely unexpected. I was expecting her to go fall and maybe even finish the course, honestly.
Yeah, despite how long she has competed, I don't think she's hit a buzzer yet.
No, plenty of these women actually haven't, but yeah. Then we had Alyssa Buell in the same fast forward segment, and I really think they probably should have shown her one.
Yeah, because Alyssa Buell, she ended up getting, she had a wacky one as she ended up just barely clearing the barrel wall, and on the wall to wall, she ended up falling, and she ended up landing right in between her legs on the landing pad. She ended up being fine and finished the course, and I believe she moved on to the semifinals. But yeah, just had a wacky one throughout.
Yeah, but then we had probably the most drummed up, like hyped up one of the episodes.
Oh yeah, for sure, because we had Sandy Zimmerman in the first mom up the warp wall, and she had a very long segment about her ninja course, the Ninja Fortress, actually getting taken down by a tree, by one of the trees in her backyard that was, I guess, taken down by a storm, and they decided to stage a rebuilding for her.
Yeah, like, the entire thing felt staged. Like, they saw the event, like, NBC gives out calls like, hey, can we hijack your backyard so we can have a cool little segment? And she's like, I guess.
Yeah, that's honestly what it feels like. It doesn't feel like it genuinely happened. It feels like part of it was done, part of it was staged for, I think at least the part where Akbar and a whole bunch of ninja kids came and fixed it up.
Yeah, that part was probably staged, honestly. It feels that way, but I don't know, maybe. But, the segment itself, as we mentioned earlier, definitely ran a little long.
Yeah, it definitely could have, it definitely overstayed its welcome. And then there was one, which was definitely the most hype moment of the episode, in my opinion.
Yeah, she was pretty good into wall to wall, where she made an amazing save on second wall to where she fell off. Ella was able to grab the bottom ledge and save herself with both her hands. To me, I feel like that might not actually be legal, but because of how incredible it is, they let it slide and naturally out it.
Yeah, it's probably what happened, because, like, that, I doubt that was actually allowed, but they probably didn't expect that to really come into pass, so when it did, they were just like, we'll let this slide because it looked cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, she ended up failing on the warp wall, surprisingly enough. Just took all 3 attempts and came close, but she was never able to get up. But I think definitely that save took a lot of energy out of her.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think otherwise she probably would have been fine.
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, she just barely was not able to move on, as I believe she finished in 7th place and only the top 6 move on.
Yeah, so anyway, after that we had
Rachel D. Guts in a fast-forward segment.
Yeah, she was a rookie last year, and she had a pretty disappointing one as she fell on the lunatic ledges.
Yeah, it feels like we don't care, but honestly, there's just as much to say, honestly.
Yeah, then we had Jessie Flex the Black, who had, honestly, a pretty one-note one.
Yeah, I honestly feel like she deserved to be fast-forwarded way more than Alyssa Buick.
Yeah, I know LeBlanc does go on to win the championship, so I can kind of get why, but honestly, I really wish they just swapped her one out for Alyssa Buick and just made her a fast-forward, because honestly, I feel like her one was so one-note, it feels like she should have been the one to be fast-forwarded, and Alyssa should have been the one to be shown.
Yeah, especially since Alyssa does pretty well in the semifinals as well, so I do feel like she deserves some spotlight, considering what happened.
Yeah, but anyway, then we had Casey Rothschild, and honestly, stop trying to rub in that gay people are cool. We get it.
Wow, you are so rude.
I get it, and I am, and one of my friends is part of the LGBTQ community, so I get that. But at the same time, I'm not really a fan of hammering it down your throat. Yeah, I get your point there, honestly. Because, like, they just warm it down and they keep on talking about it, and the segment feels like it lasts forever.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine back in the semifinals when they talked about it, but now we're just...
Yeah, technically speaking, right now it is Queer Month. It is Pride Month, but it was, like, back in early May when this was made.
Yeah, definitely. But either way, Watch Eye is a pretty standard one, making it all the way to the buzzard.
Yeah, honestly, still a really good one, regardless of our criticism of the segment. Like, the segment never really takes away from the one itself.
Yeah, no, like even Sadie Silverman with her super long segments, all because the one's good and fun and it has like good moments and stuff, is iconic, then then it's fine.
Yeah, I can say Silverman has that save that what made it iconic. Here, it was a really standard good one all the way through. Making the segment overly long is not much of a criticism as it's a nitpick. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really ruin the experience, is more what we're trying to say.
Yeah, but anyway, moving on. After that, we had Tiana Webberly in a fast forward segment.
Yep, this was definitely more on the lines of a disappointing one, as Tiana, just like Kenny Minoia, ended up failing to get up the warp wall.
Yeah, she failed in all 3 attempts, meaning she was on the bubble when Megan Martin took on the course, and she destroyed her.
Yeah, Megan was able to get up the warp wall and hit her first buzzard of the champion. Her first buzzard. Honestly, as a returning champion, Megan deserved all the build-up she got.
Oh yeah, I think like even though her one didn't really mean too much, I think it makes sense to put her at last.
Yeah, for sure. Before we move on to the semifinals, to the round 2, I want to mention when they were going on the leaderboard, they showed Tiana Webberly and Sadie Zimmerman as black and white, as obviously they were knocked out, but they decided they missed the editing mistake of having Sadie Zimmerman's little spot on the leaderboard be full color for 2 seconds, and then it instantly just comes black and white.
Yeah, do you just not have the budget to fix that? I could fix that myself.
Yeah, honestly, that was so bad. They could have easily have fixed that. It wouldn't even take it all that long. They really don't have the budget to make them take the 2 seconds to extend the black and white effect.
Yeah, honestly, that was pretty sloppy if you ask me.
Yep. Then after that, we of course had the semifinals round, which had, of course, an extension of the course. So let's start off with the usual salmon ladder. Then we had a little bit of an easier version of the crazy clocks, with the second clock not elevated anymore, it's not on an angle. We also had the middle part of the obstacle replaced by just a simple ball instead of that. I don't know what you call it, but just that that unique piece that used to separate the 2 clocks.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Then we had split decision on the inverter and the diving boards, and honestly, I like this combo.
Yeah, personally, I feel like this is one of those cases where you can take either or. If you're strong, if the balance obstacles, then you can take the balance obstacle. But if your strength is the upper body stuff, then you can take the inverter. I feel like you need precision for the diving board, so it's an okay form. It's an okay obstacle. It's going to get paired up with for inverter, because they both have a similar difficulty.
Yeah, I do want to mention they did make inverter a little bit easier for the women, but not absurdly easy. Because what they did was instead of having the cliffhanger grips for that final leg, they just had standard ball grips, making it a little bit easier. That might be pushing it, but I'll let it slide for this one.
Yeah, it's just not like when they did corkscrew, they made it annoyingly easy.
Yeah, before they made it annoyingly easy for a second time in season 13, but yeah, definitely a point there. Then we had the usual spider trap, obviously.
Yeah, the obstacle that should go because how generic it is, but will probably never go because it's easy that way.
Yep. Anyway, the first one to attempt the semifinals course was Alyssa Beard, and this was definitely the first of many great ones on a semifinals course.
Yeah, but Alyssa did pretty well, making it to the 9th obstacle for the first time in her career. And she did a failing there on the inverter. And that was definitely set the standard for the other women. As after that, we had Megan Woe with definitely one of the best ones of the night.
Yeah, I was definitely not expecting her to become the first finisher, but as we expect, she became the first finisher.
Yeah, definitely an incredible one. Number one, again, I and I think the both of us weren't even expecting it because she's a rookie. I was thinking maybe ninth Oscar, but she was able to power through everything and made it through the diving boards. And after her we had another fast forward segment with Casey Rockchild, who unfortunately ended up falling on the same ladder when she ended up being knocked out in round 2. After that we had Jessie Flex the Black, who had a little someone named Jesse Graff commentating her one.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool bringing in the other Jesse. This and the All-Star special, you could tell that they were bummed out to not have Jesse compete this year because of the ankle injury, so they made sure to bring her in for the specials. Shows as she is in here accommodating Jesse the Rex one, and she's pretty prominently featured in the All-Star special as well.
Yeah, it's really cool that they let her compete and they let her have a spot in both. And here she offered some actually wanted guest commentary.
Yeah, usually when they put a third person on the desk, it usually isn't someone you really want to be up there. But this is one of the cases where it actually feels like this is a cool little bonus.
Yeah, definitely. The Black herself ended up completing the course, or is getting revenge over last year, where she just barely missed out and ended up falling on the spider trap. But yeah, and she ended up moving on to the power tower.
Yep, after her we had Zanique Lovett in the final fast forward segment of the episode, and she did not spectacular, but still pretty good for her.
Yeah, she made it all the way to the same ladder and falling there, meaning she ended up being knocked out of the top 4 by our last ninja, Megan Martin, who was once again safe for last and ended up completing the course.
Yep, as you may expect. And after that left 3 people to finish the course, Alyssa Beard hanging on for a top 4, and that was the Power Tower matchup, starting with Megan Rowe and Megan Martin. I think it's pretty cool having the Megans go head-to-head.
Yeah, definitely. I think they did that on purpose. But yeah, it was a pretty one-sided race, though, as Megan Martin completely destroyed Megan Rowe as she ended up getting hung up on the giant wing. And, moving on.
Yeah, I don't think we forgot to mention this, but the Power Tower did not change from last year. From the NW13 version.
Yeah, no, it's exactly the same. But it's at least nice they didn't try to dumb it down for the women. They actually kept it the same way. But anyway, then we had Alyssa Beard and Jessie the Black. And this ended up being a one-sided as well, as Alyssa Beard got tired out pretty quickly, as the Black just sped up there and got the buzzer first.
Yeah, leading to a repeat from last year with Megan Martin and Jessie the Black, and it was very reminiscent of that battle from last year as well.
Yeah, the Black started off the way of being ahead by getting through the wing faster and getting up the same amount pretty fast. But then we had Megan Martin catch up and she did her signature one-sling move on the dropping shelves, and she almost caught up to LeBlanc. However, she ended up falling on the final one, meaning LeBlanc could take her time and end up getting the buzzard.
Yeah, definitely disappointing. Why Megan? I kind of want Megan to win after that, and especially since LeBlanc's whole motivation with this was the throwaway joke from last time. I want a pool.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. I remember purposely cutting that line out from the women's championship when I made the highlight because it felt like just making her feel like a greedy prick, and here it's just the main reason why she wants the money.
Yeah. But she ended up getting it here, and she was a new women's champion. So when the thing comes out for next year's women's championship, they end up doing this again. Definitely things are gonna be intense.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely gonna be. Well, yeah, a good rivalry as both of them have won a championship. It's just that it come down to who could end up taking it back.
Yeah, but anyway, that is it for the Women's Championship for AW13.
Yep, that just leaves just the All-Star special left, which we'll be covering next time. And we are going to be recording that in the same recording session today. I don't know when you guys will be seeing it, but hopefully soon.
Yeah, you'd think. But, But definitely, I wouldn't expect it immediately after this episode, but definitely, hopefully, a couple days down the line. Depends on if I have time to edit it down. Undersized, because I would like to get them for final start on this Friday, because my finals are definitely going to be my top priority once they get closer around.
Yeah. Yeah, I get your point there. Right there, I have finals as well on the same time, so it would I couldn't edit it myself even if I wanted to. And plus, I have another project I have to do for school as well in terms of editing a video, so I can't even.
Yeah, that's maybe one of the reasons why he outsourced most of the videos to me now.
Yeah, but anyway, I think it's time we end this. Yep, this was a bit longer than I was expecting, but hey, we got the couple of everything and it went really well.
Yeah, like we said earlier, next time we're going to be covering the All-Star Special, which was... we're covering the All-Star Special, and then the week after that, we're covering the first episode of AW14, as that's going to be airing in just a couple of days from now, when you're watching this, and it might have already aired depending on when you end up seeing this episode.
Yeah, but anyway, we will see you guys next time for the All-Star Special. Peace.